Hey everybody, Christopher Greene, AMTV, Alternative Media Television. Please like and share this video. Get this critical message out to your friends and family. God bless each and every one of you tuning in. Just want you to know I'm praying for all of you. And I was thinking a lot this morning. I was up early with my cup of coffee, playing around with my guitar. And I was just thinking that, man, this has just been wild. I was watching church this morning virtually because most churches in the United States, of course, are closed. In fact, Governor Newsom in California is preventing people from even singing in their church right now. And I was watching my pastor talk today and preach from the Word, and it was just so alarming and crazy to see him because he's the only guy there and there's just blackness all around him because nobody's allowed in the church and everything's closed. I was thinking, man, if this is just not a sign of where we're headed, and just how crazy all these events have been and are, I don't know what more proof I could possibly give you. I was thinking about Noah as well. You know, people made fun of Noah when I always say be like Noah, prep like Noah. People made fun of him too and mocked him, just like they mocked Jesus. And they were mocking Noah right up in about the time it started to rain, and then of course the flood came. It's funny, when I first relocated here at the start of all this unfolding, there's a beautiful rainbow. This was in and around the time, just right out here in the backyard, when my brother was fighting for his life in the hospital when he had his event where his brain was swelling up and he was bleeding and they had to have emergency surgery. It was on Easter, actually, of all days. And I remember just praying so much that he would survive and live, which he did by the grace of God. And I remember on Easter there was just this beautiful rainbow. My family, all my children, just were in awe. Just a reminder that God will never flood the earth again, and his covenant with you and I tuning in, believers and non-believers. I know we have non-believers here too, and you're more than welcome here at the channel. And I'd love to hear your opinion on things. This is not a one-way street here at AMTV. But just a reminder of his covenant with his people and his promise that will never be broken to any of us. Also, too, I'm seeing a lot of relocation right now across the country. Americans are moving from the coasts, and we're seeing a lot of real estate being bought up in the country, in rural areas, farmland, properties with water sources, and basically the more close to the source that you can get, to nature, to God, the closer you can get to that, even away from technology, the better. The better. Especially when you think about your food supply, or really anything. Even forming more communal relationships and community is, I think, where we need to start from the grassroots, not only to exert our own influence, skills, and talents that God has given us to spread his word, but then to build the world and the society and the communities that we actually want to improve our situation, not just in the United States, worldwide. I really like this guitar. I think it's so beautiful. It has such a bright sound to it. I'm not very good, so excuse me, but I was trying to learn a song today, and I was just playing a couple chords. Wow. Thinking about this year, things are going to be very, very challenging for a lot of people as we approach the election in November. And you can see this even from the president's tweets right now. If you go on Twitter, you'll just see how what really saddens my heart is how divided people are and how people are just being so tremendously hurt by what's happening in the economy. One of my friends just closed down his restaurant of like 25 years down the street. I didn't even know he closed. I actually called him to put in an order last night, and the phone just kept ringing. And then my other friend said that he had to close the place down and fire all of his employees. And Just seeing business after business and business after business just completely close, which is so sad. And in fact, Stephen Mnuchin has recommended now that they're going to forgive the PPP loans, or at least they're thinking about that, under $150,000 or less. Very big companies took these loans. Like Robert De Niro took multiple $1 million loans for his very fancy sushi restaurant, Nobu. He was giving this big sob story on Twitter. This was like a week ago, because he said he's only going to make like $7 million this year. So he's in trouble, and that's why he needed these bailouts. And it just proves why. I've been talking about economics for a very long time. You guys know my history in finance, and I manage investments for years. This is why I've been a big proponent of gold and silver and these kinds of things, because if they can forgive debt, give a PPP loan and then just forgive it, or socialize America like they currently have and just give out free money. Notice they're just printing money into infinity right now. If they can do that and then just expunge it, like a debt jubilee, that means that currency is worth nothing, because it's backed by nothing. And it only proves the point why you just need to be so vigilant and prep right now. And you need to understand what's coming. And again, I refer back to Noah and just thinking about that. Follow me on Twitter too. I'm doing a lot of updates on there. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm just really, really concerned as we approach the end of the year. And I'm more optimistic than I ever have been for his return. But I'm very pessimistic this world, because I don't see any answers but him. Oh, what a song to sing. Oh, what a song to sing. Oh, what a song to sing. Oh, what a song my heart keeps singing. I'm trying to learn this song. It's Nobody Loves Me Like You by Chris Tomlin. It's a beautiful song. I'm not a very good singer, but I like to do it. That's one thing that I love doing at church so much, is just singing. I really miss my church a lot, actually, and my ability to congregate with the people that I love. I'm spending a lot of time meeting new people. I've met the greatest people since I've moved here. Families, young families, and some still with jobs, some with no jobs, like I just mentioned. And most of the people I've met think a lot like I do. That's what's so crazy, is that you watch television, which I don't watch, and they tell you that certain people think a certain way, but then you get out into the real world, you realize more people actually agree with your frame of thinking than they're letting on. Nobody loves me like you love me, Jesus. I stand in awe of your amazing ways. I worship you as long as I am breathing. God, you are faithful and true. Nobody loves me like you. It's the chorus there that I'm trying to learn. What am I trying to say? Make your move now. Yeah, I'm speaking from the heart. This is the opportunity. They've kind of opened up a little bit. We've seen the restrictions with travel. Pretty much very difficult to travel internationally now, especially to Europe. But you need to use time wisely, just like Noah did. You need to understand if you are going to relocate. I know not everybody can, because there's financial restrictions. People are tight on money. People have family restrictions. Maybe you're caring for an elderly loved one or friend or family member. But if you're going to make a move, I would do it now. I would do it right now. And I would follow your heart. God spoke to Noah, and I don't say this because I think of myself as being special, but he speaks to me, and that's what he tells me right now. And I made my move about 6 months ago when I saw all of this unfolding, and I still think that now is a good time, if you can. And again, be hopeful and optimistic and understand that if you do the right things and you're putting full faith and trust in Him, that, I mean, it's a guarantee. He's going to take care of all of you. All of you. He's going to take care, just like He takes care of all the birds in the sky. And I saw some toads last night and 50 deer out here on property. It's really, really, really beautiful. But I beg of you to pray. I beg of you to use discernment. And just, it's going to be very, very tumultuous in the coming months, like it's already been. And I think that Americans are thinking of the word. We're kind of in that point where people are kind of like a deer staring into headlights. They're not quite aware that the party has just gotten started. You know what I mean? Like this has just started. We're seeing this in the news, just geopolitically. I think a major, major narrative in the coming days and weeks will be failed trade negotiations with China. China this, China that, how all that's failed. We're already seeing it in the Wall Street Journal, CNBC. The list goes on and on. That's going to be a major narrative. Notice how they keep putting out all these red herrings to name unmentioned. So all your attention's focused on the thing that really doesn't matter while all of this just unravels. And we see them push this new system. Morning, I see you in the sunrise every morning. It's like a picture that you've painted for me. A love letter in the sky. Story. I could have had a really different story, but you came down from heaven to restore me. Forever save my life. Oh. Anyways, guys, I love you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Please share this video, like this video. Realize that you just need to make use of your time right now. Also, focus on God. Bring your children, your family, your loved ones, and just come. I've seen a lot of people struggling right now. I was talking with a family friend of mine. He was telling me that his family's really struggling, and I'm noticing this a lot because people are going through really tough times. So love each other. In fact, like this video. I really do believe that you've watched it for a reason. Please like it, share it. Let someone else know that you love them today. And God bless all of you. Jesus Christ truly is our King. I'll work on the guitar. I'm not too good at it, but isn't it? It's beautiful to just hear the chords. I'll end with that.